I'm sure you've all heard that adjusting to the nursing program is really hard. So we made a video about how to properly transition and how to adjust to the program. So how have you learned to handle stress through taking time for yourself?
I know in level 1 I dealt with stress differently, and I would bury myself in work in order to feel less stressed, which really didn't work. This semester I made it a goal. I think I was a goal setter, so I would make sure that on the weekends I would give myself 1 or 2 things that I looked forward to that were just fun.
Look at these pen light things. Where's Amber? Please, taking her so long.
I'm here.
Girl, you in the wrong outfit.
Oh, shoot.
Get in there.
Playing a sport and doing nursing is one of the most challenging things I've done in my college career, but it was completely worth it for me, and I recommend it to anyone who has the potential to do both. And the way I deal with the stress and everything that comes along with it is I stay really on top of my assignments and organize everything when it's due. And then I also have really open communication with my professors and letting them know when I'm not going to be in class and stuff like that. So play sports and do nursing.
As a male nurse, I think that we handle stresses, or at least I handle stress by internalizing them more than letting it out. So some people say that could be numbing the stress. And the problem with that, I think a lot of times it can build up and finally it just all comes out at once. So it's important to let the stress out, talk about it, and let people know how you're feeling.
We hadn't really been introduced to anything in the healthcare setting, so first you go to VMRC and you learn basic nursing skills there, how to care for help the residents there with their ADLs. From there you build on those skills. In level 2 you start doing Dem Lab. You go and demonstrate your knowledge of those skills to a instructor. And level 3 is completely a lot more different, because you take those skills and you apply them in your healthcare setting in your clinical rotations, but also a lot of critical thinking comes into skills are applied in level 3 that you do not apply in the other levels, because you're still learning and developing.
The way I deal with stress is driving and singing.
When studying for tests, I usually go to a quiet place and I listen to recordings. I record the classes while I'm in them. And so I usually go through, I try to make note cards if I have the time to. Sometimes I get studying too late. So I try to make note cards if I can. And just go through the material multiple times. I refer to the book when I can't figure something out from class. But mostly I look at my class notes and the material that we covered in class.
The transition from prereqs to level 1 can be sort of stressful. It kind of takes a while, but it's different for everybody. I find myself now just getting the hang of it, and it's at the end of the semester. But it's different in a sense that you cannot miss classes. Clinicals are a lot different, and everything is super focused on what you're going to be doing in the workplace and things that actually truly interest you, instead of having to sit and record classes that you don't necessarily like.
Study together, take study breaks, and just look for the times that you can to invest in the relationship and be deliberate about spending time with that person.
Brown and normal bowel movement would happen between 3 to 7 times a week.
When was your last bowel movement?
Yesterday around 2 p.m.
So was mine.
Oh my gosh, no way. We're on the same poop
We're
cycle.
meant to be. It's the small moments of life.
How has transitioning from prerequisites to the nursing program been difficult?
The prerequisites that you take before the nursing program and then the actual nursing program are actually very different. there's a different schedule for the nursing program, and then the schedule changes a lot. Like sometimes your classes will be 2 hours long, sometimes you'll have a 3-hour class, and then sometimes it just varies a lot more than it would for your prerequisites. Something else that's very different in the nursing program is that you keep track of your homework assignments rather than your teachers telling you when you have homework. It's your responsibility to look on Moodle to check what homework assignments you have. And another thing is that they often do pre-class assignments, which is homework you have to do prior to even coming to the class. You usually submit that on Moodle or something. So that was different to get used to, because I was used to like teachers telling me for next class you have to do this, and that's not how it works in the nursing program. So yeah, I think those are the two biggest things that I've gotten used to. And there's a lot more workload and a lot more responsibility on you getting stuff done rather than your teacher telling you when to get stuff done. But overall, it's fantastic, and you'll love it.
What I do in my free time to kind of keep my masculinity going probably would be snowboarding, hanging out with a lot of my male friends. I like to build things and work with my hands, so I kind of keep that going, keep my masculinity strong as opposed to the feminine side of things that deal with nursing. So.
We hope this video was really helpful in helping you know what to expect in the nursing program.
Yay!